Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rope for Q and another colours clearance challenge video. Session 3 this time from the 25th of July, so I'm slowly catching up with my backlog of colours clearance challenges, and I'm still trying to beat yellow, green, brown, which I got on the very first session on the 10th of July, so let's see how I get on. You know what I'm going to say now though, don't you? I don't even need to say it. Subscribe, put the bell on, like the video, all that jazz. So where we go with another colours clearance challenge, session 3, and let's see how I get on. As always, this challenge is about seeing how many attempts in total it takes me to get a full colours clearance challenge from basically when I started re-practicing the colours clearance challenge a couple of weeks before this video, essentially. It's now the 12th of August when I'm recording this voiceover, so this video was recorded a fair while ago. I don't really remember how well I did, but let's find out together. A slightly different camera angle on this one. I'm not using my usual table, so my usual table's in use, and I don't have a good method of, or at the time actually, I didn't have a good method of putting an over the table camera up on anything but the very end table at the other end. This is the very end table at the far end. Apologies for the camera angle, but I guess you can see, I mean, most of the action at the moment is on the baulk colours, so I guess you're getting a good view of the baulk colours, which I suppose is important. But you will notice there's a couple of times where I probably should have moved the camera angle and forget, so you'll see them when we get to it. Just missed that yellow, didn't quite, just sort of caught in the jaws. As usual, if you're new to this challenge, why don't you go to the first video of my relaunch of the colours clearance, which was I think 3 or 4 videos ago, and it explains a bit more about this challenge. So yellow's gone in, thankfully. Bit of a thin cut on this green, but it does drop in. And this is one of the times when I should have changed the camera angle, because obviously we didn't see where the cue ball landed, and we're not going to see from where I take the shot. So it's just the cue ball's just going to enter the screen at some point and hit the brown. I hit it quite hard to try and get the cue ball back down for the blue, and I think actually, again, although you don't see it, I did get the cue ball in a pretty good position for the blue, but unfortunately the brown rattled the pocket, which is a bit of a shame. But at least I do get a yellow green. So it's better than how I was. Better than the last session basically, which I only got, I think, the yellow. Although looking back at that video, no, I did get yellow green in that video. Sorry, I do think on that last video I missed an attempt where I got yellow green and didn't update the score. So I apologise for that if you noticed. It didn't affect the result because still the best I got was yellow green later in the video. Yet again, the cue ball has gone off the screen, so at some point we're going to see the cue ball fly into the screen and strike the brown, hopefully towards the pocket. There we go. Didn't quite get as close this time, but it was a similar shot. Tried to get topspin on the cue ball to get it off the baulk cushion and back down for the blue. Didn't quite get it there this time. It was sort of no man's land where it ended up. So I always start these attempts with the cue ball in the same position, or roughly the same position. I don't use a marker or anything like that, I just line it up by eye. But if you imagine an equilateral triangle formed by the brown, the green and the cue ball, that is essentially where I always start. So the yellow shot is generally always the same, and I'm basically trying to, off the yellow ball, I'm trying to land the cue ball roughly in the same place but on the other side. Sort of, again, a triangle between the yellow spot and the brown spot, but maybe a bit close to the brown ideally. This one's gone a little too far, but it's not too bad. So this green is probably quite straight. It's difficult to tell from the angle, but I think this green's quite straight, so I imagine I would probably try and play a little bit of a delicate, well, I can't do delicate screws, but I'm going to try and do a screw shot to get a little back down the table for the brown into the pocket. But I hit that. I didn't hit that well enough, or I hit it too well, I'm not sure. But basically what I should have done was hit it even better, and I could have got it into the same pocket, into the green pocket, which is a shame. that yellow was pretty bad. I think that was a lot to do with the fact that I didn't get the cue ball in the right place. It just seems to be slightly off, but I don't know. Still should have got it in. This yellow ball is basically becoming a sort of 8 out of 10 shot for me now. You know, I'm getting quite comfortable with this yellow ball, so it's starting to be the green and brown, which is the main aim of my improvement. Anyway, green here. This is about perfect position for me, but I missed the green, which is a shame. But yeah, that where that cue ball was on that shot, that's basically where I'm aiming for each time. So you get an idea of what I'm trying to do. A little bit under hit, but yeah, it's not too bad. I'd be happy with that. I'd rather it be a slightly thinner cut than too thick, because I can sort of clip the green in, come off the side cushion and come back for the brown, and I've got a little bit of margin for it. As long as I don't land directly under the brown, I should be, have a shot. So here I hit it delicately. I should have hit it a little bit harder to get the cue ball a bit further away from the cushion, but at least I've left myself a bit of an angle to get on the blue here if I do get this brown in. It's a big if. Yeah, I told you it was a big if. So 13 attempts so far. I tend to do this at the end of my practice sessions, so I've probably done a few other practice routines, and I tend to do this just as I'm thinking, I'm going to go home soon. I'll go on to my my colours clearance and see how I get on. So yeah, this is sort of the end of the session, so I'm maybe thinking about, my mind's maybe thinking about what I'm going to have for tea or something like that. So when I say tea, I mean evening meal. So I've landed a bit straight on this green again. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. Well, I think I'm going to top spin it, try and come off the cushion, and back out for the brown. Oh no, I tried to. Actually, that was a fairly decent shot if I'd got the green in. That was actually a reasonably good way to play that, and I should remember that for future opportunities. Again, actually this is similar. Gone a little bit too far with the cue ball. The green might be a little straighter this time, so I might not be able to stun round the back of the brown, but let's see what I do. I'm definitely putting some bottom right, so yeah, I'm trying to stun around the back, but I didn't get quite enough on it there. I suspect I'd probably take this brown into the top corner pocket, but I obviously don't turn the camera around because I'm an idiot. But let's see if I get the balls out the cushion, balls out the pocket. Yeah, I get the balls out the pocket, so I didn't get that in. So I'm still on yellow-green. That's... Go on, pull up. Yeah, again, just a smidge too far with that yellow, but it's not too bad. I think this sort of screw or stun round the back of the brown is a good shot. So right now I haven't gone too far. Actually, I cued that again too well. Gone far too. It's a shame I wasn't on the blue next, because I seem to remember that was perfect position for the blue, but never mind. And obviously we don't see it because I forget to move the camera. I've since filmed another video on this table, and I've managed to improve my setup so I can get an over the table camera. It's still not it's not one I can do every time, because I have to have the camera between two tables, so it only works if nobody's on the table next to me, which I'd say is most of the time. So hopefully it'll only be the very, very odd occasion where I go to the club and I can't film something. But it seems like that's been the case quite a few times. It's probably half the times I've been to the club in the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's been a reason I haven't been able to film. Either I've forgotten some camera equipment, or like a memory card or a battery or something like that, or there's been too many people in the club and I don't feel comfortable filming when all the tables are in use and things like that. don't know if I've said already, but I'm going to basically be putting a few of these colours clearances out in a row, just because I'm not going to do any more spotted blacks challenges, I don't think. Even though I've filmed a couple, I'm going to be honest with you, I filmed a couple of spotted blacks, but I don't think I improve on any of them on the 7 that I got in a couple of videos ago. So I don't really think it's worth putting them out. I'm going to catch up with the colours clearance challenges basically to the current date, or rather yesterday, which is when I started, when I did a practice session where I did a couple of new challenges, as well as the colours clearance challenge, and they are going to become new videos. But I want to get the colours clearance challenges up to date so that the dates on the different types of challenges match. So I'm not doing a colours clearance challenge from 2 weeks ago in one video this week, and another challenge from a video that I filmed this week. Also, you've seen my recent short where I showed you that I'd got over 100 subscribers, which is unbelievable. This channel's only been going 3 months, and I've got over 100 subscribers. As I write this, it's actually 120 or something like that. So it's going pretty well. I've had other YouTube channels before and never got more than 30 subscribers. So the fact that I've got 100 in 3 months is quite quite unbelievable for me, really. So I've got I know I did the short video that showed the 100 made out of the balls. Oh, I just got the brown in. So that's yellow, green, brown. So that's good. But I don't even attempt the blue because I'm right up against the pocket cushion, which is a shame. I just wanted to make sure. I think I just wanted to make sure of the brown, to be honest. But at least got it in. So I've matched my previous best. Anyway, yeah. So I did the short that sort of showed that I got to 100 subscribers, but I do have a video planned for 100 subscribers. Again, I'm hoping to convince my wife to come down and play me at snooker for a frame and film that as part of our 100 special, and maybe we'll continue that as a theme for the channel as we hit some various sub-milestones. I think I'm probably going to run out of I don't know, it's going to take me quite a while to get to the next milestone, although I think I'm probably going to do something for 147 subscribers, because that's obviously quite important for snooker. So I might do something for 147, but it might not be something that involves my wife. But I've also got a couple of other things that I filmed that I need to turn into videos. One thing that I filmed that I want to turn into video. So I actually had a match against my next door neighbour. I say a match, it was a friendly, and I filmed it, and should have that to put up at some point. So Si, if you're watching, I am still working on that video. The camera did cut out a couple of times, so it's been, the reason I've had trouble with it is because basically two things went wrong with it. I was using an electronic score board thing on my tablet, and I thought I was recording the screen so that I could keep track of the score, but the recording didn't work, unfortunately. And the camera cut out a couple of times because of the battery needed changing. We played 4 frames, so the battery needed changing a couple of times. So the camera cut out twice, and it was probably a few minutes before I noticed. So I lost a bit of the match. So I've had trouble piecing it together, certainly in terms of score. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I might just do like an edited highlights thing, or just 1 or 2 frames, basically. The frames that were intact. But no spoilers for that. But it was a good match. Okay, so I got the brown in again, and this time I remembered to turn the screen around. But I've left myself with this pretty difficult blue. Turn the screen around, I mean the camera. I've left myself with this pretty difficult blue. It's either a thin cut to the middle, or it's a long pot to the bottom corner. What do I play? I actually don't remember. I think I play it to the top corner. I do. But I don't get anywhere near, which is a shame. But I was quite happy with my position on the pink, so I think I actually go play the pink just to see if I would have done the clearance if I got that blue in. Let's see. Do I pot this pink? I don't. So there you go, that is the end of this video. This is me putting the balls away, getting ready to pack up the table and head home. So yeah, so best this session, yellow, green, brown. Still best of all time, yellow, green, brown. I did 25 attempts in this session, so that brings me up to a total of 75 attempts. Thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment on the video as you always do, and I'll see you in the next Colours Clearance Challenge.